got a really bad cold, and I'm making him dress up as a wolf. I have just had a brief come in. It's from one of my favourite brands. It's from Aromatherapy Associates. We work together most Christmases. They give me creative free rein, which is my favourite type of client, because, as you know, or you might not know if you don't follow me on Instagram, I like to do something a little bit, not alternative, but just a bit extra. And I love a costume. So what happens is the client sends a brief, goes through my agency, and it doesn't always happen like this, but they will normally say, for me, I don't know what happens with other people, but because I'm completely mad, they normally say, what kind of thing are you thinking? So I go back with a sort of top line idea, because if it's too crazy, they can just say no, and I can think of something else, and we don't waste too much of each other's time. So it's the Wellness Wonderland collection. The first thing that has popped into my head, for some reason, is forests. Forests and Red Riding Hood. But I'm just thinking like the wintry landscape and then this vivid red. I don't know, how can I work that in to this particular idea? How can I work this in? It's a go on Red Riding Hood, but I've suddenly had a thought, which is that it really does need to be shot in a cottage because it will look weird in this house. This house is too modern. So I was just about to contact Kip Hideaways, who I advertise my cottage through, to see if they had anything spare without any bookings that was really cute and woodcutter's grandma's cottagey. And then I realised that my cottage has a gap, so I think we're going to go down and do it there. It's just we're going to have to get down there. It's an hour and a half away, with, you know, on a good day, and back in between the school runs. That is the only problem. We're here. I've got my Red Riding Hood outfit and the wolf's head, and we need to light a fire and get it all looking really, really cosy. Oh my god, it's going to be perfect. This is such a good idea. Look, little window seat. We can have the roaring fire. Does that look effective?
Do it again. It's very bright at first. Towards the window. Do a different one.
He's got a really bad cold, and I'm making him dress up as a wolf.
Other side on.
I have got just a cloak on. Oh my god, it's 12:20. Shot 86. The cottage gate. I've got the smoke machine going on. Hopefully.
Okay, go.
Eating caramel, salted caramel, Tony Chocolonely. Would you give that out of 10 compared to dairy milk?
I don't know. Can't compare.
Why not? Better or worse? Alright, just better or worse.
I could eat more dairy milk.
Okay.
That's a bit sweet, too sweet for me.
Straight. We're eating Tony's Chocolonely that I took from the cottage. So when people stay, we leave out treats, including a slab of Chocolonely. And I was so hungry, I took a bar. It's not a guest's bar, it's just from the stock. That turned into such a rush in the end that I couldn't even vlog my jokey bits that I was going to vlog. And we haven't even done the bit in the forest yet. We've got to get back for the school pickup. It was possibly slightly ambitious, thinking that we would get all that done in 1 hour. However, I have to say the whole thing was worth it just to see Rich wearing my pyjamas and Wolf's head and hands, and how angry he was when I took too long framing up and deciding what to do, because it made him feel sick inside the head, which is literally what my job has been since the age of 20, being uncomfortable waiting for people to make a decision. So I felt quite pleased, really. Imagine what it's like when you're really cold, and a photographer, that was about 30 seconds you're in that for. Imagine half an hour of someone messing about.
You chose to do that as a job.
Yeah.
I was just helping out as a wolf.
Something
and you
about
didn't give me any direction.
something.
Let me know how long I was
Yeah, because
left as a wolf head, and it was horrible in that.
What? So if I had said you're going to be 10 minutes in here, you'd have been happier, would you?
No, but if you could at least give me some insight into whether it was working or not, otherwise I'd just take the head off.
How were the chunky wolf paws? Were they comfy or not? They were bad design, weren't they?
Yeah.
I've got a good mind to send those back.
Not fit for porpoise.
Oh, he's so good at God's sake. Do you know what I was? I've just had him. God's sake, honestly. Day 2 of Red Riding Hood. Today we are doing the forest part in the foresty part of the garden, because we need the smoke machine, so we can't go too far. It's freezing cold and I have to go to London. I have to be on the train to London in an hour. Hello! Just casually here in my cloak. This cloak is so amazing, by the way. I hired it. I bought the cloak off Amazon. It was so shit that it went straight back. I need my tripod. And then Rich said, why don't you try that amazing theatre supplies place, hire place in Bath. I think it's called Bath Theatre or something like that. They had a number of cloak options. And this one was the best. Where is my tripod? Here he is. So, and also the wolf head was from there. So we will be imbibing in their services more often. Right, into the garden we go. Red Riding Hood, day 2. Let's see what's going on out here. No?
Nikki, just do as much as you can, then run through it. Run through it. No, it's not as good. Okay, come through the smoke. Quick. You need to come through and then now go back. That's it, that's good.
Okay, so we've got all the footage. Nothing like editing on a Saturday, and it does look amazing actually. So you're going to see it on the side because I'm editing in iMovie and this drives my husband mad. But I like to keep the full resolution of the frame because it's going to turn portrait. But I like to edit it, being able to see the whole thing in the frame up close. So I edit with my head on the side. Been doing it for 14 years. Oh yeah, something else important has happened since I last saw you. I have written a little poem to go over the top of the video. So you're going to hear that at the same time. So this is it so far.
It's gifting time in the Wonderland Wood, and who should show up but Red Riding Hood?
I'm going to find a tune to go on top. A tune! I always find that the sound track is quite important.
It's gifting time in the Wonderland Wood, and who should show up but Red Riding Hood?
If I'm doing something that's really time consuming, I don't often send the finished article because lots of the tweaks in terms of sort of grading the video and stuff, not that I do much of that, but tweaking colours and contrast and what have you. A lot of that really fiddly stuff I don't want to do and then them say, oh, can we take out the whole middle section, or can we make it 30 seconds shorter, or something like that. So I wait and get a general, get some general feedback, and then I go in and I fine tune it. And now what I want to do is I want to add some, they're not effects, it's like a curve to the video. So I want the colour to look, I don't know, like a bit more just magical, so maybe a little less saturated, but I want the red of the cloak to really pop out. It's looking really mysterious already, but what I want to do is I want to just take some of the sort of brashness out of it. So I'm going to put on, see what that just did? I don't know whether you saw that. It's given it like a really smoky kind of look, but I actually don't want that much of a smoky look, so I'm going to take it down a bit, just have it on 50%. I'm just going to check what it does to the rest of the video. So look, it makes almost look snowy. So I'm going to check the end of the video. It looks good there too. So I think that's going to be what I do. Go and take a look. It's on Instagram, at Ruth Crilly. I put a little bit here for you, just so you can see how it all comes together, but it's in the wrong format, so it won't look good.
It's gifting time in the Wonderland Wood, and who should show up but Red Riding Hood?
Thanks for watching, and if you fancy any sort of behind the scenes stuff again in my world of madness, then let me know.